After visiting with friends in Phoenix for 3 days, I left the city, traveling southeast through Apache Canyon. This is Apache Canyon, Arizona. So cool. You've all seen Rocky IV, right? When Rocky goes to fight the Russian and he trains in the Russian mountains. Well, I went to train for the Arizona Trail in the crucible that is the Sonoran Desert, Tonto Basin, Arizona. My campsite in the Tonto Basin for the past few days, and I think I could stay forever here. And that's Theodore Roosevelt Lake, and I'm on El Oso Road heading up to Lone Pine Pass, just below the Four Peaks. That right here is Browns Peak. That's one of the four peaks, a series of four prominent peaks that can be seen from downtown Phoenix. And Lone Pine Saddle is about right over here. We're going to drive up there and do a little hiking. Well, I'm at the top of the road now, just a half mile from Lone Pine Saddle, where one would take off for a hike to Browns Peak right here. That's the big boy hike right there, but because I'm in training, I'm not going to be going up that way. I'm going to be heading down to the Bunny Hill. Now the Bunny Hill happens to be the Arizona Trail, and I'm going to be heading down this trail about a mile or so out to a spring. It's a pretty level trail that follows the contour of the mountain, and it'll be easy on my legs, and also fun because I'm going to be getting my water from springs out on the trail when I go, and it'll just be a trail exercise practice. Well, I'm at Pigeon Spring here, and I don't see any water yet, but I'll have a look around. I think I found the spring here, and it's empty. And that's pretty sad, let me tell you. My first empty spring of the Arizona Trail, and I haven't even started it yet. So it's going to be that kind of year, huh? Well, I was kind of bummed out there for a minute, but I did some more looking around. Look what I found. Fresh water. That's Pigeon Spring. Some of the best water in the world right there. The truth is, I'm having a great time. My body's not feeling so great. My knees, though, my hips, been acting up still. I can manage about 4 miles, but that's the struggle, and I don't know what's going to go on with my knee. I don't know if that's arthritis related or if that's lingering pain from an injury. And yeah, just not feeling that great in general. My walking joints But some weather's going to move in today, and maybe that's having an effect on it. Who knows? Yeah, about 2 weeks to go before I start the trail, and yeah, I'm going to keep trying and run this ship aground if I have to. It was difficult fending for myself in the Tonto Basin. In addition to the many chores that come with camp life, I was also trying to get my body in shape for an 800-mile hike. This meant, more often than not, hiking twice a day, morning and night. I also spent much time going over the logistics of getting my food and water while on the trail. And I also planned town stops where I would be staying in hotels and able to charge my phone and battery bank. But it was not without fun, and my buddy Steve was able to join me for a weekend. What do you say, Steve?
That was Steve.
You're looking here at the Sierra Ancha Mountains, and I looked at them for over a week before me and Steve were able to make it over there. I had found out that author and defender of the American West, Edward Abbey, had once served as a fire lookout there. And so we went. We're doing some sketchy dirt roading in Juliet here. Came up this steep road, and we're going to cut across the drainage and head on up. Steve went up around the bend to check it out. See if it'll go. Aztec Peak Fire Lookout. We're on the trail of Edward Abbey, who served as that peak's lookout for 3 years. I think that was back in the 70s. Got your what?
It's got my hair.
Yeah, we're in the thick of it, in search of Edward Abbey. There's a thorn in my hand. It's been rough going here on Abbey's route. You know, Abbey was a jealous defender of the American West. I think he's trying to tell us to keep out. Go home, it's too dangerous out there. And we're popping out on top here. Abbey's old haunt. And we are now quite literally on Abbey's way. After spending 14 days in the Tonto Basin, I decided to head south for Tucson, where I would be storing my truck while I was hiking. Along the way, I cached water for myself at trailheads. Hey, all right, how do you like the new look? Yeah, it feels good. So I'm out here making a loop through Superior, and I'll be heading south after this. Well, first I'll be heading north. But I'm out here today to cache water for my upcoming hike. I'm out here a few miles west of Superior at Picket Post Trailhead. There's a water cache here, and there are some nice volunteers, stewards of the trail and the trailhead, who will be here, and they'll be giving out information and also maintaining that cache. Well, I just put it in four-wheel drive. I was really hoping for an easier day, but it looks like this road's pretty rough. Another rough dirt road, and I gotta go out another 10 miles. This is gonna take a while. This road's been really rough. I met some people who told me a little bit more about it, and they told me about this mountain coming up. I'm gonna be going over Montana Mountain. It's switchbacks up in here, and my trailhead is on the other side. Alright, so I finally found the Arizona Trail out here. Getting pretty hangry, getting angry. Driving this dirt road, can't find the trail, there aren't any signs. Yeah, it doesn't say it's Rogers Trough Trailhead here though, which is what I'm looking for. But it's the Arizona Trail. It's pretty good in my book. I might just drop my water here. I think I will. But then getting out of here in my truck, I don't know where I'm at. It's about 15 miles back to the main road probably. So I'm gonna figure that out. Adios. Look at Jules, she's a trooper though. This is the kind of road I've been riding for 12 miles now. Going through washes, rocky sections, done a couple drops, and this stuff will beat you up. I'm banging my head off the door frame in my truck, and yeah, like I said, getting angry, gotta get something to eat here and figure out where the hell I am. I need something to eat. First, I do my work. So some people came by on the road in their little ATVs, and well, this guy knew where he was this time, so that's good. And if I just kept going straight, I would have made it. So my instincts were right, but it's always nice to know, get a second opinion on the matter when you're out doing this stuff. And just, I'm getting frustrated driving on these rough roads and bouncing around in my truck and getting angry. Well, that's deep enough. I'll cover that with rocks and call it good. This is going to be nice to dig up. Liquid gold. Well, I'm finally back on pavement. It took me about 7 hours to go 35 miles on dirt roads. I don't know if I'd take a Subaru up that road, but it was rough going. And I'm ready for a nice cold milk. Alright, well, I'm sitting outside of Circle K right now, talking to myself, talking to my camera. And yeah, so if you're gonna go that route and cache some water, I highly recommend taking a truck. You might even do good and pick yourself up a 1980s Ford Ranger. I saw one over in New Mexico. And yes, that's a bullet in the front seat, 9mm. But I got some hot dogs here and a chocolate milk. That was a long day, and I don't hope to repeat that. I think I mentioned in a previous episode that the water situation is going to be tough on the Arizona Trail this year. That's why I'm out here caching. I'm only going to cache about the first 400 miles of the trail. Hopefully by then I'll be stronger and want to carry more water, be able to carry more water.
Green is the color of the hills so high in the morning when we rise. In the morning when we rise, that's the time, oh that's the time I love the best.